Hello, hi.
Hi.
Hello and welcome to AMZ TV. This is the chat, and as usual, I have my lovely ladies with me. I've got Anita. Hello, Anita.
Hey, hi.
And then I have Janaea. Oh my God, you guys look hot.
Thank you. So do you.
Oh wow, thank you.
I'm coming to raid your wardrobes. I'm coming to raid your
Oh well, same here. We're coming.
Let's do it.
I mean, that red dress is popping.
It is.
Thank you.
Showing up the shoulder and the cleavage.
I'm trying. Yeah.
And Blondie over here. What's going on, girl?
I'm feeling good. Feeling good.
Yes, yes. Every day is a gift, and we just gotta celebrate. Be thankful and celebrate the people in our lives. So
That's right. That's right.
so glad to have you guys. So jumping right into it, I do have letters from our last episode, so we will get into that later, but we have some topics today and something that has been I can't say it's been trending, but I mean it's trended and then it went away and then it's coming back. I get letters pertaining to that. And for those of you following this channel, when my girlfriends and we talk a lot about relationship dynamics and all that good stuff, things that happen. So one thing that keeps coming up is men and their cell phones. There's so many, there are viral videos out there. I've actually done an episode on this before. And but what is it about men and their cell phones though? It's like an extension of their arm, and it's so protective about it. So what's in that cell phone? It's crazy. I remember this video. It was some guy, he was in the emergency room. I tell you, he was in the emergency room. And this is a guy they're trying to save his life, right? And then he suddenly realized that, oh no, his wife has got his cell phone. And he ran out of
hospital
gown.
Without the gowns that they go in front and you tie them on the back. He had no pants on and he was running. She's like, she got my phone, she got my phone.
And they actually videoed it. What is the problem? What is it? What is it? Janaea, what's your take on it? What is it with this?
I still have that visual, the hospital gown and him running to get his phone.
With an IV stand.
Oh my God. Yeah, the first thing that comes to mind, obviously, is there is information in that phone that he does not want his significant other to see, right? And so by any cost necessary, he's willing to guard that. I remember dating a guy who would take his, cell phone to the bathroom.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, and it's really something. But I think obviously there's information in there they just don't want the significant other to see. It's weird, but I've certainly witnessed that firsthand.
Yeah, me too. It's like I've actually even dated a guy who, when the phone rang and he ran out of the bathroom. So what is that? And sometimes we as women would play the fool. You're just like, I'm just gonna let that slide. But seriously, what is it though? Anita.
But honestly, when I think about it though, let's be fair. Come on. If what about you and your phone? And if it was your, so let's be fair. I wouldn't want anybody looking at my phone too, really. So it's, I understand the men may have things that they're hiding, but I think for me, I think it's more of a privacy thing. It's like, why are you even looking at my phone in the first place? Like, why? It's like even my kids not let me touch their phones, Even so and the same way when I'm like, why do you have my phone? Why are you touching my phone? Like, it's like this ownership thing. Of course I know men have more things they're hiding, but really, I just think it's more of privacy. I mean, come on, this is my personal property. This is where this is the one thing I can hide from you in this relationship. Whether I have stuff to hide or not, is the one
Yeah.
I can claim to be mine. Is the one thing I can truly say is my own, right? So I'm gonna hide it, whether I have anything to, but I do believe the men though do have things to hide. But at the same time, I think we're all kind of protective about our phone. I am.
I
Mhm.
never thought about it that way though. Really?
Mhm.
You see it as a very, it's like, it's one thing that you can, that can be yours, right? That's, it's, you don't, I mean, you're sharing everything else, but this is the one.
Always.
It's funny. I never
No,
thought
it
of
is. It is one thing because and when I think about it, it's not because I do the same thing. I mean, like if you know when if my husband that we had, I'm like, why are you even touching my phone? Like it's like like no, I will, but I'm not hiding anything
no,
from.
but it's not that the person, again, I'm not
Mhm,
trying to cut you off, but it's not
mhm.
that the person is looking to, it's like, I can leave my phone. I don't care. Do you see what I'm saying? I can go into the bathroom. I can go into the shower. I forget my
Okay.
phone all the time.
Mhm,
You see what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's not a big deal. But
Mhm.
because someone actually wrote about this phone thing, and it's from, because I did an episode a long time ago, and I thought we should answer it now because I have a panel of women,
Mhm.
and the thing is, and then there's a thing she said, like, you can never see their screen.
That's true.
Is
Yeah.
always down, is
Yeah.
always down. And then,
Yeah.
of course, the phone never rings, things like that. And then I started to investigate, interview people, like, and I've actually, a good friend of mine, it's probably, I don't know if he watches, he probably does. And he's like, we were all out one time and his phone rang. He's like, oh no, my, I would never, my phone doesn't ring. There's no need for it to ring. I'm like, but why? It's like, because it's my property. And I'm just like what you're saying. And I'm like, and his wife was there. And it's like, and the wife was like, whatever. It's like, no, 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 no. She cannot see my phone. you know? And then in this group of friends, they were talking about, oh yeah. And then the other women were there, like, oh yeah, the phone is always down, face down.
Yeah.
It doesn't ring. And then when they're picking it up, if they happen to pick it up, they move away and take the
Yes.
call.
Yes.
I mean, we laughed about this thing because there's a women that have been in this relationship for a long time. But is that a red flag though? Is it? I mean,
I think, for this is the way I kind of look at it. So the men, they have pockets, right? They always have pockets in their clothes. Like they have pockets everywhere, okay? So it's easy for them to put their phone on.
the wrong number, but no.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, put it in their pockets. It's on vibrate, right? I mean, women, we tend to we hold everywhere. We have the purse, we have our phone. So ours is always like we don't really have somewhere to hide it. They have the breast pocket, they have the trouser pockets, they have the back pockets. So they have where to put their phone away. So really, honestly, you don't always see men's phone. Like their phones are never really like handy, because and then even when it's ringing, you don't hear because it's on vibrate, and they know when it's ringing, and they walk up and they walk away. You're like, okay, what just happened? Like just because the phone was vibrating, and he knows that someone is trying to reach him, he's gonna walk out. So I know there's some kind of secrecy that it looks like around the way they handle their phones, but I just think it's more of they have better places to hide their phones so you don't see it as much. But women, our phones are always out, like it's always
So
out.
why is that? Why? That's what this person is asking. What
But
is the difference? What is it?
I just think because they have it's not that I don't think they're really hiding it because they have more places to put it into so you don't see it. They have their pockets. We don't have. I know you don't agree with. Look, I'm trying to like.
No, no, no. I'm listening. I
Pull
like
up.
that you're
Yeah, they
speaking
have
differently,
pockets. They
because
have places.
this is different. A lot of women don't. It's a different thought process. So I'm listening to you, because a lot of times people see it as red flags in a relationship
I
when
don't think so.
those things are there. It's like an extension of the arm. And I have a lot of letters, um, just talking about that. Asking me if I think it's a red flag. Are those red flags? And I'm not an expert, but that's why I'm throwing it to the panel. What do you think, Janaea? I mean,
Hmm.
Anita
I
is
can't.
clear cut about what she thinks.
Right. I can't help but to defer to a gentleman I dated for a nice amount of time, and how whenever his phone would ring, he would typically leave wherever we were. If it's in a restaurant, he would step out. If we were in a certain room, he would exit to another room. So obviously with that pattern of behavior, yeah, that's going to cause some, questions,
Right.
right? And so I think you do kind of set yourself up for, you know, needing to be questioned if that is the pattern. And, it did certainly come out that he had, several things going on. But yeah, I don't, that really, would make someone pause. You mean every time your phone rings or there's a certain text you have to respond, or you have to leave the room,
Right.
if everything is on the up and up, it would seem to me that you could either put those things off for later or answer it in front of me. You know what I mean? Have your conversation in front of me if you don't have anything to hide.
So, okay, so supposing he answered his phone in front of you, like his phone keeps ringing, he's answering in front of you while you guys are having dinner, you're probably going to think that it was rude, right? So, I mean, I kind of, the reason I'm kind of, because for me, honestly, this is me, when I'm going out sometimes, I'm looking for clothes that have pockets, because I go out with my son a lot. We do a lot of like shopping and things because, things we're doing at home.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has nothing. I'm like, oh, that's actually now with COVID. I mean, like, oh, that's so cool. I don't want to be holding anything. So I'm literally looking for clothes that have pockets so that I can put my phone, like I'm wearing jeans, put my phone in my back pocket and just be walking along, Okay, so and I've come to enjoy it. I'm telling you the truth. So people are like, oh, you don't have anything. I'm like, no, I have my phone. It's in my pocket. And I'm not, I'm not going to answer it while we're in the store, especially with COVID. I'm not trying to touch anything I'm going to take back home. So I'm not, but I'm saying that there might be some strategy to them. Like he doesn't want to disturb your dinner. Maybe somebody's calling him and he doesn't want to answer the phone in front of you.
Every time.
Huh?
Every time. I mean, it's a pattern. Like
right. I hear it's a pattern, but I don't know. I just kind of think that it's not in all cases. Of course, sometimes it's really suspicious, but it is just what it is. It's just them not answering their phone because they're with company.
We're grown folks here. We're women, and hey, look, there's nothing new under the sun. I'm going to share my own experience in a relationship which you all know about. Good riddance. But I do remember good riddance because these are my girls. They know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I do remember this time in that stupid relationship, entanglement, that stupid entanglement. And the phone rang. And usually I don't care because, again, there has to be some measure of trust in a relationship. Okay, whatever. But anyway, and it was things like this. There's a pattern. And then you're thinking, wait, hold on. So the phone rang, there was nothing. And then there was a text. And then this person was blowing up the phone, whoever it was. Okay, it becomes awkward, okay, when you're not, and then it's like, okay, it's starting to interrupt us now, talking, having some kind of peace. So I'm like, your phone, what's wrong? Do you want to answer your phone? I don't even care if you want to walk. It's like, no, there's nothing there. Then whatever, it's probably work. Okay. And then again, pom, like, okay, I'm going to see that phone now. I need to see the phone. So I picked up the phone. It was a text from a girl. So what am I supposed to think? So it is a red flag. I mean, I hear what Anita is saying, but when there's a pattern, okay? And sometimes, like I said, we as women, and hold on, it could happen to a man too with a woman's phone blowing off. I know that. But I'm saying it just seemed to be, this is what everyone's talking about. And there's so many videos out there talking about this situation. But then it was a girl and it was like, oh, this, that, I miss you, I was expected that or whatever, And I'm like, oh. And this was before the real entanglement. This was pre-entanglement. So this was entanglement before the entanglement, right? So I was like, oh, is this what we're doing? Oh, I didn't know this. Is this the rule? You know, that's okay. I can get text. No, no, no. This person doesn't know what is going on right now. You know, this person doesn't know that there's a main squeeze. You know, they
Yes.
find a way to this. This is an old thing.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, just letting you know. You know, the rules works both ways, right? That's me. It's not necessarily the right approach to it, but anyway, that was what got before that. It wasn't phones. It was just like but now when I see things like that, it puts me on the alert, you know, like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. My thing is, what are we doing? What are the rules? Let me know the rules, okay? The rules of the game, okay? Two can play, okay? Whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Talking about that, is it worth it if, you know, I know I'm making fun, but can two play the game? I mean, you know, do you see what I'm saying? Like, if you feel someone is, you know, it actually is something that this person is actually, you know, entangled with somebody else. So what would be the best, not best, but what would, is that a deal breaker?
I think it depends. I mean, you know, I'm always one for defining relationships. I mean, I'm like, okay, where are you at that point of that? Where are you in that point in that relationship, at that point in that relationship? Where are you at? Are you guys really serious? I mean, have you guys made some commitments to each other, right? I mean, you know, no, have you guys both said you're not going to date anybody else? You know, those conversations have to be had because we assume that, oh, they know we are serious. But today, have you really defined, have we really said we're serious? Now, if we're serious, are we going to break up with everybody else? Have we said that? Have we agreed to that? You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you guys have done that, and it's clear that you guys are both serious, and it's clear that he was supposed to be part of from that relationship and he didn't do it. Yeah, I mean, you have to make some, you have to do something. You got to get. I mean, not. I mean, yeah, you have to like try. Come on, like if he's gonna keep dating somebody else while you guys are in a committed relationship and you guys have agreed to be committed to each other, and he's still playing the game. Oh, come on. So you two can do your own thing, all your own friend, and make have a date with them and then see what he says.
Right. What do you think? Yeah. What's your
I agree. It kind of comes down to what label is this? Are we in an exclusive monogamous situation? Or are we just kind of, you know, hanging out? It all depends. Again, yeah. What are the parameters here? What are the rules of our relationship? You know, but certainly if you're in an exclusive situation and those patterns are happening, that's definitely, in my opinion, a red flag.
Yeah.
I lived that, and it was horrible because my gut was telling me what was going on, and I chose to try as best I could to ignore it. Yeah, but my gut was absolutely right. You know. But, yeah.
It's talking about that. I remember I was just gonna I can't show it now. I might show it when I go on to edit this. It's this video we were talking about earlier on about the woman. You know, if you all remember, for those of you just tuning in, this is AMZ TV. This is the chat, and I've got a panel of my female friends where we just hang out and talk about all kinds of topics. Some are funny, some are, you know, stories that touch the heart, but ultimately something that will stimulate some kind of dialogue or talk. So we're talking about this video. Is a viral video. It went around. If you all remember the movie Waiting to Exhale, remember Angela Bassett? She was really, really pissed off when the husband went after, you know who, and then she burned his stuff. Okay, so there's this video, and I think this girl, I don't know, she probably didn't think it through properly, and so she poured gas. You know, you're gonna see it. Yeah, I know. She poured gas into this car, and then she went on and just lit a match or whatever it is she did, watching too many movies. But anyway, the thing, exploded. The car exploded and slammed her against another car, and then slammed her on the ground. She was knocked senseless, almost, So my thing is, and everyone is saying, of course, as a woman scorned, it has to be. That's what gives you that. It's like temporarily you're insane, you lost it, matters of the heart. So it was that too much? Was that too much?
Oh my goodness.
Because now she's on video though, but is that too much though?
I think I know, yeah. I think that was too much. I mean, come on. Look at what she almost did to herself. Honestly, she could have killed herself. She could have. Because, I mean, look, when you watch the video, you can see that she wasn't expecting that explosion. And I'm really sure that if we find out later on, she probably got injured. I'm telling you, there's no way she didn't have burns over her face or her arms. Because the explosion was that forceful that he threw her against the car and then to the floor. And then she, you could see her trying to get rid of her evidence. She was still trying to get rid of the container of that, so whatever. She was still trying to get rid of those things, because really, she could have killed herself. That was too much, The other things, I know she was angry, but to blow up his car, I think that was way too much. I mean, there are other things you can do to a guy to really make him sorry,
Like what?
I don't know. I mean,
what other thing would give you that much satisfaction?
Honestly, just I as a person, usually, I wouldn't like to do things like that. I don't burn people's things, or I don't know. I just don't get any satisfaction from that. For me, myself, look, walk out of that relationship and leave him hanging. Come on, just get out. What are you doing there? If you're that angry, if he makes you that angry now, is it going to get better? That's a toxic relationship. Get out. I wouldn't even stay there. It's not working.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you? Would you burn his stuff?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Here's
absolutely not.
Yeah. No. My thing is, come on. Let's always keep it classy. Let's keep it classy. That was just a serious risk. Not only could she have hurt or killed herself, but anyone else that could have been around. That just, not worth it to me. Use that energy and go shopping.
that I like, Janelle. Get his credit. Get something. Yeah, go. Go get something for yourself. Buy some shoes. Like,
there you go.
He didn't wear it. It might hurt the most. His pocketbook. Like, if you have his card, go get it and just spend it. And I don't.
Yeah.
Buy yourself some expensive shoes and clothes. But yeah, it's not worth it. I mean, if somebody is making you that angry in a relationship, do you really want to be in that relationship?
Oh, I know.
No.
I know.
I know what you're saying, but and I'm not the type to. That's just too much. God, I'm too classy to do that.
Right.
I am. That's just too much stress. However, it's because I have had these talks before with infidelity, or when people, because clearly that situation, that's what happened. When you get angry like that, someone betrayed your trust, betrayed your feelings, and what have you, reneged on your promise. I've had women tell me, actually a good friend of mine, that said the husband has cheated on her, but she didn't leave. So not all women or men believe that that's the end all, be all and end all, or whatever. So that's my thing. So because sometimes a woman will do that, and then the relationship, that's a way for her to let him know, okay, you cut me deep, I'm gonna cut you deep, but we're gonna stay in this. Although men don't play with their cards though, and I don't know how you feel about it. But do you know what I'm saying? Because you're saying, just leave, but
I know. I mean, I'm always like, because I don't, honestly, I know I'm not, I have patience up to an extent. I do. I'm really, really patient. But when I see a relationship like that, that's making me want to do things like that.
Right.
there's a point at which you need to just say, you know what, this is too much for me, you know. Now, if you think that relationship is what's, if even after you had all of that explosion and everything that happened, you guys you guys talk about it and decide that you still want to work at it, you know, go ahead and try. But again, if it happens a second time and then happens a third time, I mean, come on, you need to, yeah, you need to go.
Yeah, it's too stressful.
Mhm.
That would be
Right.
too stressful. Stress
Mm-hmm.
is just, it's not worth it. But I get it. But there are people who are in toxic relationships like that.
Mm.
And like this friend of mine who told me the husband, I mean, she's known and he's confirmed, he's confessed and broken down and cried about it. But she's also hurt him. I mean, I know she's taking a club, one of those, it's a club, right? To his windshield.
Oh,
No?
oh, that I could do.
Okay. You know, she did that. She did that. And,
You know, like crack some glass, you know, like, you
yeah,
know,
she said she smashed it. And
I smashed it and just,
So,
yeah.
so my question is, are they better now, or is this just how they
they're still,
function?
they're still together.
Okay, but I mean, are they
This,
functioning in a healthy manner now, or
they've been
they have these?
happy. You know, this was early on in their relationship. They've,
Okay.
this is, we're talking over, definitely over 20 years ago when they first started. She said we're all hotheads and, you know, we just fought, you know. And I don't know if she's just resigned to it now, like whatever, or because her thing is, and I know women say this, when you know, when you leave, how is the place you're going to any better? You know, how can you vouch for that person or know that person is different? Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess we all have our breaking points,
Mm-hmm.
but that's a good point you asked, Janae. I don't know. I mean, it seemed like they're still okay. I don't know.
So it
Mm-hmm.
seems, so, you know what, this, I think we've talked about this before. It's really, it's what's in it for me. So like, right. So if you really have a reason for staying and every, you know, like I can say, "Oof, I can't take that nonsense." But other people probably would have a reason, right? Everybody's tolerance level is different. So some people would, you know, children, like, you know, like you have kids and you want a stable home, and you know the guy has money and you know, you have financial stability. All of those things kind of, you know, play into making those decisions. But you know, and everybody has a reason for staying. So you know, like maybe, like we said, maybe the sex is good, and you know, you don't think you can get it better somewhere else. Yeah, but I don't know. I just won't do it though. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Something you brought up is part of the thing I was going to talk about, but you just got in front of it. So I'm going to, you know, is sex important in a relationship? How important is sex? Janaea.
It's so funny that you bring that. Go ahead.
I think that's a very essential part of a marriage relationship. Um, that is one of the most intimate ways to share yourself, in my opinion, and I think it's really important.
Okay, Anita.
So you're talking about sex. Okay, okay. Let me. So funny enough, I was talking about to a friend like a few days ago, and she was like, "Oh, there's no way I could stay. You know, if the guy, I mean, he had some issues, so he's not able to, like, you know, do it, right?
Hmm?
It's not some. So I was like, okay, but supposing he was loving, you know, like he gets you, you know, you're still getting satisfaction from foreplay and all of those, you know, like, you know, we don't know how to like get every, you know, doesn't have to get it up to still make you happy. She's like, no, I can't. I just can't. So this thing is a, I think the love and the affection, intimacy doesn't have to be like sex.
Mm-hmm.
If you're getting your satisfaction from that and the guy is doing the best he can to make sure that you're satisfied in the bedroom without, you know,
Mm-hmm.
without sex. But it could be like intimacy. I mean, all the other ways, right, to be intimate with each other. So I think it just depends on the people. It's important. I think it depends on the person. Some people just want to have
Mm-hmm.
that, it has to be that intercourse connection thing, but some people can do without just intimacy is enough for some people. Love, affection,
Companionship, yeah.
companionship, and
Mhm.
yeah, it depends.
Mhm.
It depends on people.
Right. Well, my answer is based on two very healthy individuals where there are
Yeah.
no ailments, but obviously everything that you mentioned is core as well. Those pieces are critical and essential as well. But I'm saying if there are no ailments,
Mhm.
no physical, disabilities or issues in that realm, my answer would be that yes, it would be quite essential for me.
But okay, but supposing you love the guy, right? You love him with all your heart, and he's having some issues, but you need it. So what? I mean, what do you think in that case?
Hmm.
What are you gonna do? Are
Well,
you?
in a situation like that, I mean, I would be able to be flexible. If this is a person who I love and cherish, then absolutely. I mean, it's, for better or for worse. And I'm definitely talking in terms of a marital situation, of course. But yeah, so I mean that's different. If there are some, physical issues or something like that, I'd be willing absolutely to be flexible with that, because there's, hey, more than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah,
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 that is true.
yeah.
I
But
have
this my friend said no way. I mean, if they can't,
Mhm.
I've had a friend tell me that
she's
too.
like can't do that. No, no,
But
that
she's out.
they're out. They're like I can't do it.
I've had a friend tell me, a colleague actually tell me, like, no, it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
And this is what she told me. Oh God. Yeah. Some women are gutsy. Or maybe again, this is my thing. I admire when you just keep it real. You're going against the grain. Not everyone agrees. Do you see what I'm saying? And it was in a group of friends who were at the nursing station, and she was talking about, she's like, no. That actually she would come to him and say, hey, look, this is what she's saying is he knows this is important to her. And they're gonna have to have a talk, and if he's not open, then she's out. That there will be no need to be there because she will become resentful. And eventually she will still have to seek, you know, um, satisfaction elsewhere. So it would have to be that. And it's something that they joke about it, but he knows. He always says things like, oh my God, I hope, um, she says that's her thing, and he knows. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, people are different. I guess some people, I mean, and of course, look, everybody's needs varies. Some people are just happy, doing what, just foreplay, kissing. Oh, look, those things are important to some people. Because I know somebody talking about this, and I know somebody who the guy, he knows how. I mean, he's good. I mean, he's okay, but no foreplay, nothing. He just like he comes, he wants to do it, and and it's gone. You know.
Mhm.
So she couldn't stand that. So she's like, I need that intimacy, I need that foreplay, I need everything else before, and he's not giving me that. But he was okay. Like I mean, he can do it 5-6 times a day, but it was just that alone. And so I guess it just depends on what people need. So.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, 5, 6 times doesn't. Who cares? I mean,
Mhm.
what is that? Who's a robot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need the
Right.
intimacy. You need to be held. We as women need that. For
Yeah.
men, maybe not so much. I mean, again, I'm talking because I'm a woman. I don't know. I've had guys say the same thing. They're not. Maybe it's not so big with them. You know what I mean? But women, we do need to be. We need to be told. We need to be held.
Mhm. Yes.